Ann Demeulemeester has a withstanding history and voice. And through her lens, a birth of a romantic and darkly poetic story emerged. I feel like once you've acquired her core pieces, you can wear something from Ann Demeulemeester like 10 years ago with something from today, because the soul is the same. One thing is for sure, Ann Demeulemeester's style is very clear, and this video will prove that. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Karl and I love collecting archive. So for this video, I will talk about why I love and why I admire Ann Demeulemeester, as well as showing you my humble collection in hopes of shedding a light to her brand. She is one of the most formidable forces of fashion nowadays. So before we begin, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and enjoy. In 2021, as we all know, Antonioli acquired the brand in hopes of preserving Ann Demeulemeester's DNA. Going back to the roots is the way to go for a brand like Ann Demeulemeester, who has a singular voice and, like I said, has a withstanding history and permanence. Oftentimes, she's being accused of being stagnant and repetitive, like her Avant Garde contemporaries like Yohji Yamamoto and Rick Owens. And I think it's not fair for them, because that's just how they create a strong voice. Fall 2021 was an echo of her classic and noteworthy pieces. When I saw the Fall 2021 collection, I felt more reassured and validated that my humble pieces are core pieces of the brand since its inception in the early 90s. I feel like once you've acquired her core pieces, you can wear something from Ann Demeulemeester like 10 years ago with something from today, because the soul is the same. A Chester coat or a long coat, a white button-down shirt, an oversized blazer, a fitted blazer. What else? I feel like Ann Demeulemeester has the best layering pieces. Vests are very instrumental. A belted double fabric vest. Another vest that I've got, this long asymmetric vest. You only need two, but you can recreate many looks. And for pants, I've got like 4 Ann Demeulemeester pants because they all serve different purpose. Low rise zip pants, a satin jogger, a wool pants. These are very long. Last but not the least in the pants category is a cotton basic pants. And of course, my favorite Ann Demeulemeester piece are my long skirts. I think from far away, a Demeulemeester jacket might not be easy to recognize. This is a rather simplistic blazer with small doses of Ann Demeulemeester. This is her signature style. You will never see this on a different designer. Also this one. I love the shoulder, and of course it has that hourglass Victorian poetic vibe going on. One of our itineraries when we went to South Korea was to visit the flagship store of Ann Demeulemeester. This was supposed to be my outfit to see the church of Ann Demeulemeester. I wore this one time for my birthday dinner and everyone thought I was going to a funeral. During the time when I was like finding my personal style, everyone was into the perfect glam look. Ann Demeulemeester is very drawn to floss. There's always ways to find beauty in different styles. Whenever I wear these, I don't have to worry about looking polished because it has that certain allure. So this is another Ann Demeulemeester treasure that I have. It's a long line Chester coat. It's a kimono silhouette. I think it's super perfect on my body and I can still wear layers underneath. Her vocabulary was never just about fashion and trends. She often gets ideas from what poets would wear if they are alive now. Yeah, one notable collection was back in spring-summer 2018. The collection was all about Robert Mapplethorpe. There were a lot of silk robes. That collection was an homage to the Boheme period that was very creative in the 70s and 80s. Ann Demeulemeester's use of luxurious materials like satin and silk has been evident throughout her career. These pants bring you images of poets and artists. So this is one of my staples. It's 2 sizes bigger than me. And I just love the languid feeling, the bagginess of it. In the 90s, when body-fitting clothes were at the forefront of fashion, she set out a new norm, a new kind of silhouette. And it was her answer to counteract the popularity of bodycon dresses. I love when she rebels against a certain kind of idea. Ann Demeulemeester's clothes have soul. Always start from a place of emotion and artistry. The ways in which Ann Demeulemeester has always built fluidity and nonchalance into clothes has always captivated me. She doesn't use a lot of asymmetry. What she uses is gravity in the way a garment falls and hangs. She wanted to express a movement in her clothes. She has done a lot of noteworthy pieces that aren't shown in the runways. And this is my favorite piece from my Capsule wardrobe collection. Black can evoke very different emotions depending on the material. And I love how she translates, the power of emotions through her clothes. And through these belts, you can create different looks. So just to show you the secret, this is a 2-layer vest. This is the vest layer, and this is the tunic layer. The lengthy ribbons and straps are a common motif in her designs. It makes it appear as though the wearer is preparing to strip down. The belts in her shows and collections symbolizes freedom. There's always a sense of giving the wearer a degree of control over how they would style and manipulate the fabrics. And in today's fashion, we see a lot of those, belts and straps. But Ann Demeulemeester was one of the first. The most sensual thing is always what you hide. One of the best ways to describe Ann Demeulemeester is the chabillé splendor or the chabillé glamour. And when you say the chabillé, it's something about being naked and vulnerable and sensual. This top is an example of that manifesto. It is sensual yet modest. Some parts are covered, some parts are revealed, and it's a sheer fabric, so there's always a sense of mystery. Ann Demeulemeester's duality is at its core. I love duality. I pretty much am a true Gemini because I enjoy things that have 2 faces. I always tend to dabble between 2 opposing forces. The fact that everything in Ann Demeulemeester collection is unisex and uniform is a nod to her friend Patti Smith. Her love for music has shaped her fashion. Keep in mind that that was in the 70s. That look has surpassed different trends, different era. It goes to show that classic is always the way to go. And this shirt will be instrumental in recreating the Patti Smith x Ann Demeulemeester look. It's both easy and difficult to master and capture the Ann Demeulemeester look. So when I saw her fall 2021 collection and her recent collection, I was so thrilled because there's like a multitude of looks highlighting the beauty of maxi skirts. It is not an Ann Demeulemeester look if you're not wearing long skirts. It creates a perfect balance of androgyny. Recently got this from Japan. It has this beautiful hourglass shape. I love how simplistic it is, but it creates a powerful statement. There's a lot of stretch, so it allows you to move. You're just free. So I got this skirt from Korea, and this one has a belt. She constructs skirts or garments that have these adjustable belts. And in that way, you can wear it low or high, depending on your mood. It has a slit in the back, as you can see. Very sexy, but modest and restrained. Definitely long maxi skirts are essentials. It makes me taller. The trick is to wear monochromes and super thick platform boots underneath. That's what I like about Ann Demeulemeester shoes, is how she designs women's shoes. There's a lot of consideration with fitting and width because she doesn't want women to feel pain when they're wearing heels. Most of the Ann Demeulemeester footwear have a wider and have this masculine silhouette. I got this for Christmas. Isn't it super precious? It was from the last collection of Sébastien Monnier. It was a bit sad, but at least I got something from the collection. I love it so much, and I wear it every time. It's simple and not simple at the same time.
I follow my heart. I try to give, and I try to create, to renew. That's my job, to create. It's so beautiful once the creation is there and you send it out to the world. It's like a kind of communication, because all of a sudden people come back to you. You made a present for them. It's not about the hype and the fashion. It's just to create. If the product finds its way and if the soul is communicated and it comes back to me, then I'm the happiest girl in the world.
What do you think her effect has been on fashion in Asia?
I think she's the ambassadress